story is birth of Lord Krishna. Yes, in this story, I'm going to narrate to you how the Supreme Lord Krishna appeared on this planet Earth thousands of years ago. Okay, so let's get started. The story is inspired by the teachings of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Now, when the time had come for the Supreme Lord to appear, all the planetary positions were arranged in such a perfect manner that it was a time that only the Supreme Lord could have taken birth and nobody else. So that was a time when the Supreme Lord appeared. And not only that, in all the directions, north, south, east, west, all around there was so much of peace and happiness. The rivers were full of waters. In the forest they were filled with birds and animals. The peacocks were dancing, the birds were singing. So there was so much of happiness all around. The human beings, the living entities, the animals, everybody were feeling some kind of special feeling, there was some kind of happiness, joy all around, and everybody were feeling that. So now was the time when the Lord was just about to appear, and at that point of time there was the star. So there are thousands of stars, and there was this one star called Rohini Nakshatra. And when that star was very much prominent up in the sky, so that is when the Supreme Lord Krishna appeared. And when he appeared, how he was. He appeared just from the heart of Vasudeva. He transferred to the heart of Devaki Mata. From there, he just appeared from the womb of Devaki Maya. So like this, the Lord, Supreme Lord, just took birth. So it was not just like how an ordinary child will take birth. It was not like that. So he is an extraordinary child. He is the Supreme Lord who has taken birth. So when the Lord appeared, he was having 4 hands, and in each hand he was holding one particular item. So the Lord was holding in each hand Shankha, means the conch shell, Chakra, the Sudarshana Chakra, Gada is the mace, and Padma is a lotus flower. Like this, he appeared in a beautiful form, and he was looking extraordinarily beautiful. He was wearing yellow silk garment, and he was wearing a kaustuba ornament, and he was bedded with lot of different varieties of ornaments all over his body, and he had lot of hair, and he was also wearing a crown. So he looked extremely beautiful. And seeing this form of the Lord, Devaki and Vasudeva were dumbstruck. Both of them prayed to the Lord that, "Oh Lord, please, if Kamsa gets to know that you have taken birth and he knows that you are his angel of death, so he's going to harm you. So please take a form of an ordinary child." So like this, they were offering their prayers to the Supreme Lord. And then the Lord said, "My dear Vasudeva and Devaki, do not worry. Kamsa cannot do anything to me. I have appeared in this form so that I wanted to tell you that as I had given you a boon long time ago, I have taken in the same form as myself. Thousands of years, millions of years ago, you had appeared as Sutapa and Devaki had appeared as Prishni. And that time you both were meditating for thousands and thousands of years. You know how many years? They meditated for 12,000 years. Yes, they completely sacrificed their eating, sleeping, everything. They were only meditating amidst of any amount of heat or cold or wind, any atmosphere. They were not bothered by that. They were simply focused on meditating upon the Supreme Lord Vishnu. And then the Lord was so pleased with their penance, their sacrifice like this, he appeared. And when he asked what boon you want, they told the Lord that we want you as our son. So the Lord was so pleased. See, they did not ask that I want a big palace, I want this car, that car, this vehicle. No, they did not ask any of those things. What they simply asked was that, Lord, we want you as our son. So the Lord was so pleased with their request. So he agreed that I'm going to take birth in your womb, my mother. Not only once, 3 times I'm going to appear from your womb. So the first time when they offered this prayer as Prishni and Sutapa, so the Lord was known as Prishni Garbha. This was his first birth. And then again thousands of years ago in another next avatara where same Prishni and Sutapa were born as Kashyapa Muni and Aditi Devi. So that time the Lord appeared as Upendra, or even he is also called as Vamana Dev. Then the third time he now appeared. He is telling, the Lord is telling that now I have appeared myself as Krishna. So that is why I have appeared in this form as myself. The Lord instructed Vasudeva that he should be taken to Gokul, where Mother Yashoda has just given birth to a baby girl, and you have to exchange. You have to leave me there and bring that baby girl here. Then the Lord came back to an ordinary child, and Vasudeva took the child in his hand. And now what happened? They were in the prison. You might think, right? They were in the prison. Now how you will go there out of this prison? Right? Again there was a magic. What was this magic? That by the arrangement of the Lord, all the soldiers who were guarding the prison, they all went to deep sleep. And Vasudeva and Devaki were chains, so that all got removed. And Vasudeva was able to carry this newly born little Krishna in his hand, and he came out of the prison, and like that he just went out of Mathura. And then he came out. Now he had to pass this river. And which river is there? Yamuna. And Yamuna river was flowing with full force. And also there was heavy rain. And Yamuna river, seeing the Supreme Lord, she just gave her way for Vasudeva to cross over. And there you can see here in the picture, who is there? Anantashesha. So he became like an umbrella to protect the Lord from rain. Now very smoothly, by the mercy of the Supreme Lord Krishna, Vasudeva was easily able to cross over Yamuna and reach Gokul. And then he placed little Krishna there, and then he took the newly born baby girl and he came back to the palace, to the prison. And now here, now when all this happened, so it was all such an arrangement, it was so magical that everybody were in deep sleep. In fact, Mother Yashoda was so tired because she had just given birth, she didn't even notice, she didn't even remember whether it was a baby girl or a baby boy. So she was so tired, she was also just sleeping. Soon the news reached Kamsa. So the soldiers ran to Kamsa and informed Kamsa that finally Devaki has given birth to the 8th child. So Kamsa, as soon as he heard this news, he was very anxious and also furious. He wanted to see who is this child who is going to kill him, who is his angel of death. So Kamsa came to the prison and he took the child in his hand. And Mother Devaki is crying, my dear brother, whatever the Akashvani said, it has become false, because it said son, but here I have given birth to a daughter. It's not a boy baby. So please do not kill this newly born baby girl. Oh my dear brother, please let go of her. But Kamsa did not bother to listen to her. He took the child in his hand and he was about to smash the baby to the wall, and this baby girl escaped from the hands of Kamsa. Whoosh, she went up to the sky and she took a form as effulgent as fire and very, very ferocious. And she told Kamsa, "You foolish Kamsa, what are you going to kill me? Your angel of death has already taken birth in another place." So she just mentioned like this and she disappeared. After hearing this, Kamsa got very, very scared. So you know who was this baby girl? She was none other than Yogamaya. So after hearing the statements from Yogamaya, Kamsa got very, very scared and he didn't know what to do. So then he went back to his palace and he also released Devaki and Vasudeva. And here in Gokul, Mother Yashoda was mesmerized seeing the beautiful form of the Lord. They were bathing him and all the neighborhood people were there. They all gathered around Krishna. They were bathing him. They were putting in fresh clothes and perfumes and all that they were doing. And there was so much of joy all around. There was full of celebrations of the birth of Lord Krishna. So then, after bathing and all that, all the people of Gokul had gathered there and Nanda Maharaj was the king. Nanda Maharaj had thousands and lakhs of cows. You see here, the cows are there. There are so many people all around and whatever they asked, Nanda Maharaj was giving them in charity without expecting anything. He was so happy. Mother Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj was so happy. And little Krishna became the favorite pet child of Mother Yashoda. This is how the Supreme Lord Krishna took birth on this planet Earth thousands of years ago.